Action.
Okay, so what we've got here is a low friction track. This is creating what's essentially a hovercraft here by blowing compressed air up. That'll make this thing move with as little friction as we can get here on the Earth's surface without going up to the space station. Once this thing turns on, this thing will be free to move. This little cart will be free to move, and we've got a sail set up on it and 2 fans at each end. Now when I turn these fans on, they're going to blow with force in either direction. Let's start out by seeing what happens if we have a 10 Newton force blowing this way and an equal and opposite 10 Newton force blowing that way. Now you know that that's described as a balanced force. So if we have a balanced force, what we should expect to see is no motion and no acceleration. I'll start by turning on the fans. And we'll turn on the track. All right, let's see what happens if instead of 10 newtons and 10 newtons, I turn this fan up so that way it's blowing with 30 newtons of force. I've got this fan moving with 30 newtons of force. This one over here is moving with, you're pushing with 10 newtons of force. So we have 30 newtons of force going this way, 10 newtons of force going this way. Which direction do you expect this object to move? Let's test and find out. So what we saw is acceleration in the direction of the larger force. Now, because as this thing moves further away, the air gets less and less dense and spreads out more, that's why it doesn't just go over here and sit over here. Let's see what happens if we have 2 newtons of force pushing this direction and 0 newtons of force coming from this direction. So we're just going to turn on this fan with 2 newtons of force going that way. And put it back in the center. Turn on the fan. 2 newtons of force. There's only one force pushing this way. No force in the opposite direction. So we have an unbalanced force. Let's turn it on and see what happens. So as you might expect, we had motion in the direction of the larger force. This was our only force, so we had motion in that same direction. I think that's about it. So what we saw today were at first balanced forces, equal and opposite, with no acceleration. And then unbalanced forces of different types. And in each case you had unbalanced forces, you had acceleration in the direction of the larger force. All right, bye for now.